What's up, you guys? It's Lily. Today we're going to be talking about intuitive eating, kind of everything I learned from it and why I just could not continue eating that way. If you're interested in this topic, keep on watching. All right, so let me take you back why I got into intuitive eating. First of all, I was struggling big time with weight gain. My body was going through changes. All of the old methods that I used to use to like snap back after the holiday weight gain, it just wasn't working. I got frustrated and I ended up becoming absolutely obsessed with the scale, with my weight, with my old body, and it took over my mind and I developed an eating disorder. Not one that you throw up or that you starve yourself, but one where it literally consumes your thoughts, and that's all I thought about. I knew that this wasn't normal. I knew that I needed to change this. I knew that I needed, to not stay in this state of mind. And so I worked tirelessly to find solutions to that. And so one of the things that I turned to was intuitive eating. I needed to let go of all of the food rules, of all of the, just old patterns. Anything that I used to do, I had to just let it go. I didn't want to count calories. I didn't want to track anything. Like, I was so over it. And so at the time, intuitive eating seemed like the answer to my prayers. The message out there with intuitive eating is to basically give yourself permission to freely eat whatever you want. But one of the stipulations is that in healing your relationship with food and practicing this and learning to listen to your body, you also have to let go of the idea that you will ever lose weight or that you will lose weight eating intuitively. In the beginning, that's what I did. I needed to do that. I said, that's it. I'm not going to try to lose weight. I need to heal my mind, heal my relationship with food, no more guilt, shame, all this stuff. And so I fully embraced it. I practiced this for almost a year. I read the intuitive eating book, which was extremely helpful. I was listening to podcasts, other books, and I really bought into the whole intuitive eating. I began just like waking up and asking myself, what do you want to eat, Lily? Sweet, savory? There was no more overthinking of food. Should I be on my plan, off my plan? Like, I just ate freely. If I wanted something sweet, I had it. And what I found was that when I did give myself permission to eat whatever I wanted, I did in fact make better choices for myself. So intuitive eating definitely helped me. I joined a few support groups. I started seeing all this stuff. Now the algorithm was feeding me all this food freedom, all these nutritionists just telling you, eat the cookie, all this stuff. And so that was very helpful for me for a time. But one thing I couldn't get past, guys, was the fact that I was once very, super fit and toned. And now I share my life on social media. I'm a health and fitness coach. And to just see myself in pictures and video and say, is this it? Like, am I, I'm 42 years old. Am I just going to like lay down and die here? Like, this is it? Like, I'm never going to have the body that I feel truly comfortable in. I'm just going, like, a part of me felt like I was just settling by just seeing my body with these changes. But here was the thing. I was really frustrated because I didn't know what else to do, because I couldn't stick to a diet or a meal plan to save my life. More than 2 weeks. I couldn't do it. It would like mentally, it wasn't good for me. And so I was like so confused. Like, I didn't want to see myself in this larger body. And I kept asking myself, am I settling? Could I do more? But that was a struggle with me in the prior year. I just kept feeling like, do more, eat more perfect, all this. And so I had to finally let that all go. But with as much as I loved this idea of embracing, a larger body, I couldn't neglect the fact, you guys, that I absolutely love fitness. I love muscles. This has always, so many people have the story of like they started to get into health and fitness because maybe they were depressed. They didn't love their body. They hated the way they felt. They had no energy. They felt like crap. That was never my story. I always wanted to look fit. That was my motivation. I felt great. My energy was good. I, was okay with my body image. I never felt like I suffered from body image depression, nothing like that. No mental health. I just wanted to kind of check off this goal that I had to look fit and strong. I love that. From a young age, I would see the little gymnasts and their tight little bodies, and I was a runner and a cheerleader, and I've always just loved that. My physique, but not in a way that it was ever obsessive or like, I gotta fit into a size 2 because your girl has never been a size 2. I'm thick-thighed. I'm very aware of my body type and what my body is supposed to look like. My goal is to not be, skinnier. I just want to look fit. And so as I would see myself in these videos and my pictures sharing my life, I would cringe a little bit. And I would say, gosh, like I don't really, like so many videos I just didn't post, so many pictures. I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm the big one in the group. Like I couldn't just sit well with it. And with as much as I would practice that, like, it's okay, you don't need to be thinner. And it wasn't about being happy, you guys, because I did learn to be content in my larger body, but I just felt like this can't be it. Like I can't just say, oh, well, this is it. And let me talk to you about the intuitive eating part. Like honestly, I followed the intuitive eating freely, making good choices because I know about nutrition, and it only led me to get bigger and bigger. And so I was gaining weight, and I was on this track to continue. Again, my body type, like all my fat goals, everything was feeling super tight around the thighs. My thighs were looking way bigger. All my weight was going there. And I knew that I couldn't keep eating that way because with as much as I enjoyed the freedom, then I wasn't really being truthful with myself that I was okay with looking like this. But here's the difference, guys. Because I healed my mind, my why for wanting to change my body was no longer because I want to be my high school weight or because I want to be skinnier to fit in. Like it wasn't reasons like that. My why was saying, challenge yourself, Lily. You could do something different. You can like figure out something that works for you and your body. And so what happened was, I ended up weighing about 20 pounds overweight, and I just was not happy with that, guys. And I couldn't accept the fact that this was my new body. I couldn't. I didn't want to. But instead of having unrealistic expectations now that I would look like I did in high school, or that I would like look like this fitness model, with zero tummy, like my expectations for what I want now are so different. Before, that's what it was. No matter how much I weighed, I always could be smaller. Now, I'm just saying, okay, God, just take me back to where I was when I thought I was fat. Just let me get back to my regular maintenance mode where I look back and I'm like, my body looked great. Far from, any physique athlete, but I was happy. I felt confident. I liked myself in pictures and videos, I said, just get me back there. That was my regular old maintenance weight, which is about 15, 18 pounds heavier. Just let me get back there. And I promise you, I will be good. I'm not gonna, I don't have these unrealistic expectations for what my body needs to look like now. It's changed. It's different. It's more realistic. It's healthy for me. And so now, I've lost almost 8 pounds in the last 6 weeks. I found something that I can do that works for me, that I feel like not only it's helping me to really with my healed relationship with food. Now it's a plan, something that I can actually stick to, that I don't have a mental block, that I can know for sure, okay, if I follow this and it's totally doable, I will get results. And I don't know, maybe I'll stand up and just show you some of the changes. I've been working on my glutes, my legs, I am just loving the changes I'm seeing in my body. I'm definitely building more muscle. And I feel really good about this. And the funny thing is, the weight that I'm at now, this used to be my fat weight. This used to be the weight that at the end of the year, it was oh, wow, I went overboard. But now I'm in this body and I'm loving my changes. Even this weight looks really good on me right now. I still want to lose a little bit more, but I feel good about this. And so it's not to knock intuitive eating. It's not to say that it didn't work. There's nothing to not work about it. You're not supposed to lose weight as an intuitive eater. But in closing, I just want to say this. I was a part of a lot of groups, the food freedom, the intuitive eating. And I would read all of these girls that are oh, I want food freedom so bad. I don't want to have to diet anymore, but I feel horrible. I'm the biggest I've ever been. And they wanted both. They wanted to feel good and look good, but they were also done and tired of dieting. And there was so many like unhappy people in those groups. And a part of me, my heart would break, because you have to let go of the idea that you're gonna lose weight. That is what intuitive eating is. And so, you know, now I'm 42 years old, I felt like I'm not 82, I'm 42. Like, I got time to still figure this out. I'm not gonna give up on myself. So anyways, I'm feeling good, you guys, with what I'm doing right now. It did take intuitive eating to heal my mind, heal my relationship with food. Then now I look at my nutrition and what I'm doing with my workouts as a challenge to myself. It's kind of like someone saying like, I really want to be a millionaire, but then you don't want to do the work. Like, I understand that it is going to take work and discipline, but this time it's not like it's torturous or like, oh, I'm on a diet. It's like, I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to challenge my body. I'm excited to eat in a certain way according to my goals. Like, it's all clicking, which 6 months ago, I couldn't have done this. A year ago, I couldn't have done this. But now I'm truly eating according to my goals. I found something that for my 42-year-old body that I felt was just broken, it is working for me. And I actually just launched, like, I have a webinar where I'm sharing all about it, and you can click the link in my bio to watch it and to sign up to learn more about how I'm coaching women with what I'm doing now. But anyways, I feel really good about it. And I just want to tell you in closing again, that if you've been turning to intuitive eating and you love it and you see it, but I just want you to know that that's not the end all be all. Like, you can find food freedom without necessarily having to give up on the goal of maybe having a body image that you really could be proud of and that you feel good about. Okay, so don't give up hope. Click the link in my bio if you just want to see what's been working for me, but I'm feeling really good, guys. And yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I would love to know what you feel about intuitive eating and just kind of like what you have been processing, because this is all over Instagram, at least on my algorithm it is. So let me know what you think about this like anti-diet, intuitive eating kind of path. I would love to hear your thoughts. All right, guys, bye-bye.